Good morning. Actually, it's afternoon, parents and families of Grace Christian School. I'm Sheriff P. You know what? Maybe we can call this Lunch with the Sheriff. What would be your thoughts if we moved this on Wednesdays to lunchtime and we just called it Lunch with the Sheriff or the weekly roundup or Lunch with the Sheriff? But anyway, I am so glad that you are all here. This is the Grace Christian School weekly roundup. I'm your host, Sheriff P. I come to you every single week and tell you about all the amazing things that are happening at Grace Christian School. Our first slide started out as part of our memorial for Officer Chad Swanson. As all of you remember, he was tragically killed in the line of duty on the freeway in a traffic accident. And tomorrow they will be having his memorial service. And to pay respect to Officer Swanson, who is a father of two amazing boys here at our school, we are going to be, I'm sorry about that, I hit the wrong button. We are going to be paying our respects and walking up to the procession as an entire school. Permission slips went home, and those were due back yesterday, and we're going through and getting any final ones taken care of before we do that to say our final goodbyes. And then some of our staff are also going on to the funeral afterwards. And they will be having the opportunity to say goodbye on behalf of the staff at Grace Christian School. So it looks like we have a lot of people joining us. Tax Guy, good morning. Good to have you on. And Wendy Perez, it's great to see you. And Justin Rass, it's top of the morning to you also. And our top of the morning is like almost top of the afternoon as we're moving on. We have a very busy week ahead of us. One thing I do want to remind you about is Cynthia Tobias, outstanding speaker. We're going to go right into our 90-second clip with Cynthia as she teaches us a little bit about how we can be better parents. Oh, right after this.
I'm Cynthia Tobias, and I think parents need to use this phrase more often. Have you ever said something to your children and then immediately regretted it? You think to yourself, I can't believe I just said that. Maybe you've lost your temper or spoken a little too harshly or given out a punishment that's just a little too extreme, like you're grounded for the rest of your life. But you're stuck. The words have been spoken, and how would it look if you backed down now? As parents, we need a little grace, and we can get more than we think from our very own children. Just be honest. Stop and say, I need a do-over. I didn't mean for my words to come out like that. And start again. It's not weakness or compromise. You're not apologizing for the bottom line accountability or the expectation of good behavior. It's just that we may need to reconsider how we're asking for it. And sometimes the very best way to do that is simply ask for a fresh start, a do-over. We want to model for our children the type of behaviors and attitudes we want them to display. We don't have to be so much in charge that we're never allowed to rethink our position or rephrase our words. Our children need to know that even their parents need understanding, and sometimes it's a matter of style.
Thank you so much, Cynthia. Like I mentioned, Cynthia will be here on November 2nd, and we are having a big opportunity to meet her. We're going through a staff in-service where it's a small thing in the morning where she's going to be working through different strategies with our classroom teachers, and then she's going to be speaking to all of you as parents in the evening, and that will be at the neighborhood church. And we would like all of you to come. Please invite your friends and your neighbors. If you need flyers to hand out at your church or your small group, let us know. We'll happily give them to you. I know that Mrs. O'Rue sent out a survey form. We're trying to get an idea of how many people will be there so that we can properly plan for the evening. Now, we did receive a couple of phone calls. Can we video it? No, we can't video it and we can't live stream it because this is a conference and it's copyright protected. This is what she does for a living. She goes out and speaks and writes books. And so we're honoring her copyright request by not videoing or live streaming the event. It is a very, very good topic that she's going to be talking about. And I strongly encourage you, if there's any way that you can come to this, it will be well worth the price of admission. And the price of admission is nothing. So the minute you walk there and the first thing you hear, you've got a 1,000% return on your investment. So who could ask for a better ROI? Anyway, hey, Spirit Store. Mrs. Mullaney has this all put together for us. We have the Spirit Store with all kinds of Grace Spirit memorabilia that is available for purchase, and we will have a booth at the carnival selling our spirit wares for. We don't have a huge inventory. We have just a little bit of inventory of some things, and when they're sold, and that's it. So we won't be ordering anything else this year. But the Spirit Store is there. Take a look at all the amazing things right there on the flyer of what will be offered. You know what's coming up this? Yes, it's just a couple of days away. The carnival is here. The spirit is in the air. Everybody is excited about the carnival. It's from 3 to 7 this coming Thursday. It looks as though we're going to have some beautiful weather. I know we're in for some hot weather today and tomorrow, and it's supposed to be dropping back down on Thursday. So we should have a great carnival. Michelle, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. We're glad that you are with us. But it's going to be a great time. So a couple of things. Many of you have purchased your pre-sale tickets, and you've also purchased your meals and different types of things like that to be part of this fun event. And a couple parents asked, well, how old can the kids be to leave daycare to go out on their own? They can be 18 to leave daycare on their own. Students out at the carnival have to be accompanied by their parent. And that's just for liability and all those types of reasons. They will be protected and in daycare until you pick them up, and then you guys can head out as a family to the carnival. And this allows for better coverage and supervision of all of our students, and has a fun afternoon. But anyway, we've had some people working extremely hard, and they've gone out and got some sponsors, and we've had some sponsors. And take a look at this list of people who have stepped up and helped us. I mean, the meat company, who doesn't love good meat? Quality tutoring service helps you for all types of tutoring, SAT, you name it. And the real estate investment experts at NoHoco, and Trujillo's Mexican food. I could go for a burrito. And Brache Bread. Great story. You need to stop by that booth. Pacific Energy and Sea and Air. Credit Union is always there, and the Packing Group, and I can't quite see what the other one is. I apologize. It's L&W. If anyone can read that a little better, or if one of my amazing carnival parents are on board, if you can let me know who that is. I can't quite read it through my screen. But thank you to our sponsors. Our sponsors are really big. They step up and they help. A lot of these are families here at the school, and so it really does make a difference in our events. Along with thanking sponsors, this is basically your carnival committee. These individuals have worked extremely hard. While you were laying on the beach or doing stuff this summer, they were meeting and they were planning and strategizing and getting ready for today. And these 8 individuals, along with our president, Brenda, were diligent, and they have been working this whole week. You would think they were on staff. They're here so much getting ready for this. So for all of you ladies, thank you on behalf of every single student, every staff member. Thank you for putting on our very, very first. Label Me Lindsay. Thank you. I appreciate that, Mrs. O'Rue. That was who I missed. Label Me Lindsay. And so thank you to all these parents. They've been going through getting prizes ready, and we couldn't do this without the planning. They're the foundation that puts it all together. And then from there, they're able to put these outstanding booths together. The craft booth, braids and glitter, photo booth, the dunk tank, all these super things. But even with the strong foundation, we need volunteers to continue to help. I know it's 2 days out, and reach out to the office. We'd be happy to. Mrs. O'Rue, if you could take care of that, that would be great, and we can go through that. But if you would like to volunteer to help out in one of the booths, please feel free to scan this or go by the school office, and they will be happy to you. So thank you very much to sign up and help here on the weekly roundup or on the carnival. Please click one of those QR codes, and we'll be happy to have you there. Anyway, Thanksgiving is coming, and we'd love for you to help. The flyers went out this last week, and we have, like I've told you, almost given out 1,000 turkeys in the last 10 years and a ton of meals to help out numerous families. And you can help be a part of that by looking at the flyers that went home with your child yesterday and start saving out. Please, I'm going to ask you to check a few things. Make sure the expiration dates are still good. Don't send any damaged cans or anything like that, because if they're damaged, we can't deliver them, because we want to provide a donation of something that's valuable and it's something that we would eat, even though it's being donated out. So if you guys could please watch that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you to everybody who was helping with the subs, and we greatly appreciate that. We appreciate everybody working together and getting some sub applications in. We've gotten a few of those. We could still use a few more sub apps for our kitchen and for our playground. It would be great to have you on our staff so that we can call you in case we need something for a backup. Let's see here. We're coming close to the end, but last week we gave away a prize for the person who had remembered all of the 5 things I talked about that you want to share with your kids at the dinner table. And that was love God, put others first, tell the truth, do the right thing, and seek wisdom. We went through that. We didn't put them up. We asked if anyone could remember what those were. And guess what? Sonia Snyder was the first one. She won a gift card for that. And we are so grateful that she's watched every week and knew all 5 of these conversation topic starters to meet with their kids, and appreciate it. Hey, before I continue on a little further, we had some winners for Charleston Wrap, and I want to share those with you. First place was Luke Nicholas, and he was in Miss P's class in 1st grade, and he is going to have lunch with me, and he won 20 carnival tickets. Second place in the fundraiser was Leonardo Morales in Miss Cadiz's class, and he won 20 tickets. And third place, Daisy Mulvaney, and she is in 2nd grade, Miss Fakeney's class, and she won 20 tickets for the carnival. We're going to be getting them out to them. You know what? Right behind third place, just by a horse's hair, a whisker, a cat's whisker, 4th and 5th were a dead heat right there, and we wanted, yay, Luke! We wanted to help them out, and they worked so hard, and we're just one credit away, was Able Candy and Wiley Pool. They are going to have lunch with us. They didn't win any tickets, but I'm going to have them in to have lunch. So the 5 of us are going to have lunch, and I think it is going to be terrific. The 5 of us will have lunch here in the office doing a lot of great stuff, and couldn't ask for more. Great job to all. Yes, Amber, we agree. Great job to every child who participated and did it. But I did want to make sure that you guys all heard who the winners were. Now, sticking with our 5 theme, our 5 things theme, I want to talk to you what we're going to do our next 5 things about, and it's prayer. Conversation starters you can have with your child or anybody about prayer. And the first thing I want to share with you about prayer is God listens to all prayers. He listens to all prayers. It's throughout the Bible. You know, Proverbs 15:29 says, God hears the prayers of the righteous. And in 1 John 5:14, if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. So over the next 5 weeks, we are going to talk about 5 things about prayer life that we can share with our kids, and it's going to make it easier for them to pray. And if we don't have a real good prayer life, it's going to make it easier for us to start conversations with God. And we're going to do this as we have done every weekly roundup. At the end, we kind of cover over these types of things. Looks like we have a lot of viewers at the same viewer count that we have when we do the weekly roundup on Wednesdays earlier in the day. So we're right about 45 viewers, and we got a lot of thumbs up. So thank you for all of those. Greatly appreciate it. And this is coming to the end of the weekly roundup. Some things I'd like to ask particularly of you, those of you that are praying for us, is pray for the service tomorrow, the memorial service for Officer Swanson. Pray for his family. Pray for the speakers and the officers that are coming. as they say their final goodbyes to Officer Swanson, and provide us with travel mercies as we get there and come back, and just allow it to be a great opportunity for us to honor a true hero and one of our family members who is gone far too early. And continue to pray for the carnival that's coming on Thursday, that it's a great time and a great opportunity for all of our kids and families to have some fun out there, a little bit different for GCS. And pray for our fifth graders. Our fifth graders are not here right now. They are all up in the mountains at Astro Camp having a wonderful time seeing about this wonderful world that God has created for us. So, and we will continue to pray for each and every one of your families. So until we see you down the road, may God bless the trails that you ride. Have a great day, everyone.